I know there are many people like me who watch this show on a regular basis that hanker after the old days. And I don't mean, the mangle and the tin bath and all of that sort of stuff. Every sort of decade generation has things that we now take for granted and, we can't do without, whether we think about it. But we look back at the old days with a lot of nostalgia, don't we? We think, oh, it was a lot better then, that sort of stuff. But certain things are not always for the best. Let me explain. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You all right today? Yes, thank you so much. Nice to see you. Do you miss the old days? I know we all do, don't we? Everybody says this, but things seem to be tastier. I saw a thing the other day. Do you remember this? Do you remember Heinz puddings in a tin? Oh, they were delicious, weren't they? Do you remember treacle pudding, golden syrup pudding, all that sort of stuff? Strawberry. And they battered around in a pan for about 4 days, and then eventually you could get the lid off and eat them. But they were tasty, weren't they? And a nice meal, a nice treat. Never see those sort of things now, do you? No, it's way too posh. It's a bit like these particular events. Now take this. We talk about the West End over here going down the pan. And this is what I truly blame. You see, when you look back at the posters, even for the Tube a few years back, they had these wonderful celebratory posters showing how people went to the theatre. Beautifully attired. It was an experience, a night out. You really wanted to do it. You enjoyed it, that sort of thing. Now, guess what? You see, this is the opening of a opening night. And even recently, they had Hello Dolly at the London Palladium. People turn up like they've just been doing 10 hours down a pit. Where's the excitement of wanting to get dressed up and enjoy yourself? This was the opening night of Shrek the Musical, right? And when you think about it, I'm glad that they named these people, because even though I work in this industry, I think, who? What? Where? What's she from? I've never seen her, that sort of stuff. Hence the reason I don't cover this stuff as much as I used to, because half the time you think, I've got no idea who they are. Now, I'm not picking on these individuals on a personal level. What I'm saying is, this is an event, and it works two ways. When you look at the people that dressed up years ago to a nice event, it really was a shop window to show people how elegant you are, the way that you dress, the way that you sit, the way that you stand, whether you be in a dinner suit, a wonderful ball gown, a nice summer dress. And that might get casting directors to look at you and think, they could play this, maybe they could play that. Now, turning up in a pair of jeans and an old top and standing there in a pair of trainers, like, you don't really want to be there, but your agent's told you to go, well, might as well just turn up, it's a free ticket. That's the look that these people are trying to perpetuate, in my opinion. They call it dressing down, don't they? And it's happened across everything. Whether you go on a train and you think, is this really the train driver sitting there in shorts and a t-shirt? You go on a bus, these people that kind of look like they've just escaped from day release, and you think, am I putting my life in your hands on this bus? Frightening stuff. Do you hanker after the days when people, first and foremost, at least looked the part, and maybe even uniforms that actually defined what the role is? Sure, like me, you go into a shop now and think, do you work here? And it's a question everybody asks, because everybody dresses down and looks the same. I'm all for a day off, but really, on an event like, say, a premiere in London's West End, dress the part. You're paid thousands. Do you agree? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.